On this exercise, we're going to really work on making sure that our hips are maintaining their wide space and doing their job when we go from a sit to a stand, or if we're doing something like doing a squat. So to help in this, what we can do is take a exercise band, resistance band, and I like you to put it at your knees, right around your kneecaps. The reason for that is I really want you to focus on keeping the knees apart. Sometimes if I go right above the knees, it's a little harder to get those knees out, so I do like it right at those kneecaps. If you have an item you want to go ahead and make sit on, you can go ahead and put that behind you. You're going to have your feet out in front of it a little bit, because what we're going to do is really work on keeping our knees apart and sitting back into our hips. So we need a goal of going back into something. So I'm going to face you so that you can see a little bit of a difference here. When I sit back into my hips, I'm going to go soft knees. So soft knees is just a slight little bend in the knees. Then what I'm going to do is really focus on going ahead and taking my hips and bending my hips. In order for me to bend my hips, my tummy is going to go closer to my thighs. And so as I do this, I'm going to shift my weight onto my heels, and my face has to come down and my torso has to go forward as my hips go backwards to the wall to counterbalance myself so I don't fall. When you're doing this, you are going to load through the pelvis, through the hip muscles, and you should start to feel them fire. We want to make sure as we come down that we're not letting our knees come together. We're maintaining that nice, solid, stable base here with our knees, keeping them out the same width that we started, and then we're going to stand back up. So I can show you again from the side. What we're going to do is keep our soft knees. We're going to make sure that we're going to go ahead and shift our weight more towards our heels as we bend our hips, going our booty to the wall. We're going to lower ourselves down, and then we're going to stand back up. Now, when you're standing back up, make sure you're maintaining that same width through the heels, and I want you to clench your butt cheeks together, and I want you to drive through your heels as you stand up, trying to maintain those hips still at that same width. And when you're doing this, I want you to notice that my knees are not coming forward and backwards as I go. My knees are pretty much staying in the same location over my ankles the whole time. The joint that's actually moving the most is my pelvis, my hips. So as I come down, my hips go back. My knees stay pretty much in the same place, but they bend because my hips are going back. You should be feeling this through the outside of the hips and the back of the hips as you come up and down. We'll do this again together. Feet are going to be hip width apart. We're going to maintain our knees, pulling them out and apart over our feet. Now, what we're going to do in this position is we're going to go ahead and shift our weight to our heels, sit back. We're going to lower ourselves down a little bit. We're going to hold. We can either sit on the item or hold it. To stand up, I want you to clench your butt cheeks. Drive through your heels to come up, maintaining your knees apart. A trick to this to make sure you're not using your back too much is to look at the floor. A lot of times if we're standing erect with our face trying to look at the wall, our low back will kick in, and we really want to isolate our hips on this exercise. So in order to do that, if you just take your face and your chest and point it to the floor, you'll feel more hip engagement, and that's the goal of this exercise.